Okay guys, I am back and we are going to work on the cover. And this is kind of how these little guys turned out. The paper's a little more wrinkly than I would have liked it to be, but I think it'll be all right. And then this one, I think the only one that I'll probably lose and won't be able to use is the little squirrel, because his little head cracked. And once that stuff cracks, you can't really go back. So that should be like a song, right? Anywho, I hope you guys are doing all right. And the fabric that we're going to use is this. It was a brighter white. So I just coffee stained it really quick, to kind of take the brightness out, to kind of match our color theme here. And it does a little bit better, I think. Before, I mean, it looked okay, but it was like, woo, right there. And then I was digging through some of my ephemera that we've made in the last like 8 months, and I found some really cool stuff. So yeah, let's just get started. I'm going to do this cover very much like we did the last one, because I love the way it turned out. And I don't know if you guys are like me, but if I practice something that I really like, then I get better at it, and it just keeps getting better and better. So that is what I'm going to do. So yeah, not much has happened over the weekend. I did go yesterday to a longtime friend was teaching a class on how to make these grateful jars, and it was a way for me to get like out of the house and stuff, and hang with a friend. So I went over to her class, and yeah, we had a lot of fun. There was a lot of different kind of people in the class, so I got to meet them, some of her co-workers, and then just some random people who had seen the ad, because this, where we were at, it's kind of like it's a brick and mortar store, obviously, and they had all kinds of cool, like, crafty collectible type things, which I'm kind of glad to see, because there's really just not any of those kind of things left much anymore. So yeah, I had fun doing that, and yeah, and then I went to church, and then I went to my dad's office and got some work done there, so that was good. Yeah, oh, looks like there's a little bit of wrinkle there. All right, and I think, I don't know, these scissors are halfway sharp, so I'm gonna cut it down as straight as I can, which is never usually very straight. So yeah, shaping up to be a pretty decent weekend. I've got laundry in the wash now. My sweatshirt's kind of dirty. This one gets stained really easy. But yeah, so, and I'm tie-dyeing. Not tie-dyeing. I am dyeing some coffee dye paper right now, so that's why my fingers are kind of yellow or brown. And then also why I have a little bit of staining on my sweatshirt. And it's Sunday, right? Yeah, let's see, what else is going on? Grace is still at the stock show, so missing the heck out of her. I talked to her for like an hour and 45 minutes last night, so that was good. We hadn't really talked all week because she was busy, and by the time she got back to her hotel, she was just like, I'm so tired. And I could tell she was tired because normally in the evenings when she's gone, she gets, I'm going to switch to my fabric scissors. Those ones aren't quite sharp enough. Anyways, usually when she's gone, I get quite a few, at least one phone call a day, and then usually like quite a few texts during the day. So I have barely gotten any texts and no phone calls. So that's been kind of odd for her. So yeah, she's doing well. She's just extremely tired. And things didn't turn out quite how they were supposed to for her down there. So, she's a little upset about that. So we talked quite a bit about that last night. So, and I'm going to put corners on these too, like I did the last one. So we don't need to worry about like that one I clipped just a little too close, I think. It'll probably still roll up fine, but in case it doesn't, I'm still going to put the corner protectors on it. So, and I do notice you can actually, the more you practice, obviously the faster you can go with your, like next projects, if that makes sense. Like this one, this cover will probably go up faster than the last one, because we kind of know what we're doing. So I've been going back and watching, I don't know how many of you guys actually watch like Grey's Anatomy. I used to be like a devout watcher, kind of like, I mean, because let's face it, it's a primetime soap opera, right? It just happens to be a medical show, right? It's much like, what was that old one, ER or whatever, that we were all like big into in the 90s with Dr. Green, and I forgot the other guy's name, but anyways, oh, and Hazel's decided that it's time to bark when Mom's filming. Oh, little stinker. So I'm gonna pause to see what she's barking at. I'll be right back, guys. All right, we'll see. She's being kind of facetious out there, so anywho, so yeah, and then I'm going to use this green as the inside so we kind of have a solid back there. And then I'll do the spine and the polka dots. So yeah, anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Grey's Anatomy. So, I've been watching Grey's Anatomy again, like from start to finish, right? And so, I am to season 5, episode 24, 25, something like that. It's the one where George O'Malley gets hit by the bus and subsequently dies. And, yeah. Yeah. So, well, feel a little tears this morning because, you know, we love George, right? Oh, no. That's not what I want to see on the fabric. Okay. This is what I don't want to see. The glue coming through it like that. So I'm going to hurry quick, get this off of there. Maybe. And move to a different spot. And maybe, since it's still tacky, it'll still stick, maybe. Okay, less glue, Dee Dee, less glue. Okay. The reason being is that it will show that will never dry, like clear. It will always show through. And I don't obviously want that. That's not ideal, right? You don't want to see your glue marks. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this down. And I don't know what I'll do with that piece of fabric. Probably, honestly, I'll probably just throw it away. And then we'll, yeah, it's, I think the brunt of it will end up, like the glue parts, we'll just stretch it. And, yeah, that's not great. See, like this corner is not quite tacked down in there, and that's okay, because what I'll end up doing is we'll put a little more glue on these sides, right? Because this side won't matter if you see glue through it, because that's going on the inside, so you'll never see that. Okay. Yeah, as much as I like Fabri-Tac, sometimes if you are too thick, it will not go down in there. Like, or like it comes right through and you see it. So anyways, yesterday, let me know, oh, I was going to tell you that before too. Let me know if you want to see the jar that I made. I mean, we could probably even make one on camera. We wouldn't be able to make it with the little like saying that she has, because that's obviously hers. But I know she wouldn't mind if we did like an episode of the Grateful Jar. And you know what? I was thinking while I was there, I was like, that would be like a great way to use up a ton of scraps. Like, honestly, the way that she made these, so cool. Okay, so I am doing glue on this side too, but I'm going to go real light. Like just skimming. And I'm going to be really cognizant of any large things. And now, like, I'm not even really putting down glue. I'm just spreading out any off a little bit of a selvage edge there. Oh boy, now the cats seem to be fighting. Wow. Everybody was fine when I wasn't filming, right? It's not how it usually goes. Oh, so scattered thoughts. So yeah, back to Grey's Anatomy. Yeah, I started watching it again, and start to finish, and now, like, I've been kind of crying this morning because George O'Malley was one of the best characters, I think, in the whole series. Like, I don't know. Poor guy. He was just going to serve our country, and then bam, hit by a bus. Yep, and the cats are gonna go nutsoids. Oh my goodness. And like they just came in from being outside. And Barry, the one that cries sometimes in my videos, he's running amok. And I gotta go do my chickens and my ducky. They're gonna need water here in a little bit. Man, well, and I'm sure it's not our only cold snap, but boy, this last cold snap really did a number on me physically. Yeah, I did not do well all week. I mean, nobody does well in -25, but yeah, being out in it, that was a whole other ball of wax this week. So I think you guys will probably see this on Tuesday. I'm not sure, but okay, so let's get this one in. Let's put that one down at the bottom. And see, like here, like I was saying, it doesn't, the glue isn't going to matter on this side, right? Because we don't see it. But it would have mattered had we kept it. And I can show you here in a few minutes why I was saying what I was saying. Like, it will never dry that way. Like, it'll never dry clear once it shows up on that top layer. Down a little bit so it doesn't pop out there. Sorry guys, they are just being psycho today. The only other option is to bring them in while I'm recording. And that might end up what I do, because nobody wants to hear them barking through all the videos, especially me. And I'm going to carefully set this aside, let it dry well. Okay. So yeah, here's that fabric now. So you can see it through. You can see all the little zigzags all the way through, and there's really no way to like fix that. So yeah, there is a little bit of trash today. Okay, let's get this back out. And we're gonna do much what we did this before. I'm gonna glue these together. So we want to do a 1/2 inch And maybe it'd be better if I just did it this way. Like made the length, right? Because we want to, how did I do that before? Without going back and watching my own video, right? Okay, that must have been what I did, and I just kind of guessed. So I'll probably end up wasting some fabric here, but that's okay. I'm not overly worried about that. Okay, so let's take off this so we have less we're working with. It gives a decent amount for tag toppers. I know normally we want those little frilly edges, right? Not right now, we don't. Shoot. I think I did this last time too. Okay, so we're gonna want just a little bit of glue. Just a tiny bit. Like I did this last time, just enough to kind of tack it down. But no major glue spots to where it'll, we don't want it to pop up, but we don't want glue marks on it. Oh, my shoulder's itching. No, we want that, right? Oh, right. Okay, that's what I did. Okay, all right. I'm getting there. I'm getting to where I'm remembering what we did. I glued that all the way down, right? If not, that's what we're doing this time. That's what I was afraid of. Okay. Sorry, I was thinking really hard. I'm gonna go ahead and try my best to cut this modicumly the same, that's not the word I was looking for, and I can't even pronounce it either. Anyways, roughly about the same so that when we fold it up, we have the same, we have the same measurements between each side. What would happen if I tried the ruler this way? Probably not much. My blade is so messed up anyways that I'm not even sharp anymore. I have no blades somewhere, but yeah, good luck figuring out where I put them. My washer's finally done too. So as soon as I get this in and we get it glued down, I'm gonna go ahead and take a break away from videoing for a second and go get that switched over. I actually have like almost 2 loads of laundry to do, plus I have my sheets. Oh, the cats are like, what's up, Barry? Why are you meowing? You know, when the senior officer of the team starts crying, there's issues, huh? I was thinking about that the other day. We have a really old calico. And since Grace isn't here, she's been hanging out with me. I mean, because Grace kind of puts up with her nonsense. Nonsense being like just like she likes to lay on you while sleeping because she's old and she's not holding her heat as well. And I am menopausal, right? So something's sleeping on top of me. No, thank you. So she's been sleeping like literally sucked up to my back for heat, right? And let me be clear, my house isn't that cold, especially now that I got the furnace fixed, right? But for her little aged body, it seems to be really, really chilly for her. I can't decide. Am I going to nip that a little bit? I think I am. Just going to come in here. A little bit off. So that lays down. Yep. Or a little bit right there, but I think that'll be okay. Okay. These lighter color, or the darker the color, the more careful you've got to be with this stuff. I wish it weren't so, but it is. So yeah, back to that Grey's Anatomy thing. I haven't been watching it like all that much. Well, not at all, like on like live or whatever within like a week. Oh gosh, for probably 6-7 years at least. At least. Kind of when Bo started doing band concerts and stuff, they always seem to fall on a Thursday. So what I used to do is record the series and then I would come back to it, right? But then when my ex and I split, we got rid of the cable because obviously the kids and I mean, the TV was hardly ever on when he wasn't home. Because we were always doing homework or whatever, and that was at the point where I was filming a lot of videos and whatnot, and then I would also watch a lot of it on my iPad. So I mean, like seriously, if especially like the first few weeks of the separation, like the legitimate separation. We didn't, I mean, it would months before the TV was turned on. So I was like, this is ridiculous to be paying this much in cable and it only being used like once a week, like once a month, once every few months. You know, I mean, that's ridiculous. There's no reason for all of that nonsense. So yeah, we got rid of that. And since then, I mean, it's on Netflix, so I knew I could always go back and start watching it on Netflix if I felt the need. And so, yeah, it's been kind of one of those ways to just kind of pass the winter muck, right? Which we're all kind of suffering, I think, now. I mean, I don't know about you, but I sure am. Spring needs to hurry up and get here. It's been one too many days of cold for me. Thank you very much. All right, let's see how we look. I'm not going to go ahead and fold that up. I want these to dry really well, the spine and the edges. But yeah, I'll show you the other side. So that's the inside. That's going to be obviously the outside. Looks like I got a little bit of glue there, but that's not anything we can't cover up with laces and whatnot. So yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging with me on this video, and we will just talk to you soon. Bye, guys.